Bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est lundi le 25 avril. For this week, we have basically the same stuff. Deux discussions, une traduction, the one of which is for today, and this is also for today. We are going to do an ed puzzle this week to start learning how to tell time. The ed puzzle is called Quelle heure est-il, which is also this week's password, mot de passe. You'll be making a Flipgrid with that mot de passe and some other things as usual. You're also going to be doing a Google form that's a woman telling a story, and we're going to use that for our story this week. So we'll do a write and discuss about this story called Le Weekend. You'll take your quiz on Le Weekend, and then you'll do a quick write. Le mot de passe aujourd'hui, c'est Quelle heure est-il? Quelle heure est-il? So make sure that makes it into your cahier. Quelle heure est-il? Say what time is it? What time is it? And when we look at the ed puzzle tomorrow, you'll get a better idea of how to answer that question. Et aujourd'hui dans l'histoire, aujourd'hui c'est lundi le 25 avril en 1792. La guillotine était utilisée pour la première fois. You've probably heard of the guillotine before. La guillotine is so named because it was made more popular, not necessarily invented by, but made popular by Joseph Guillotin. So you can see the resemblance there to his last name. La guillotine était utilisée pour la dernière fois, the last time, la dernière fois, en 1977. Relatively speaking, that's pretty recent. L'objet était inventé par Tobias Schmidt et popularisé par Joseph Guillotin. Donc, inventé par Tobias Schmidt. Guillotin n'a pas inventé le guillotin, mais il l'a popularisé, la guillotine, pardon. Guillotin a dit, avec ma machine, je vous fais sauter la tête en un clin d'œil et vous ne souffrez point. Okay. Je vous fais sauter la tête. These are two words that we've seen in our TPR. Sauter, la tête. Littéralement, I make your head jump off, which is a lovely sentiment. En un clin d'œil. Un clin d'œil is a blink of an eye. Et vous ne souffrez point. Ne point is just like saying ne pas. It's just kind of a fancier way of saying it and was more popular back in the day that Guillotin was around in the 1800s, or 1700s, 18th century. Mais, vous ne souffrez point, so you don't suffer. You don't suffer. Et voilà. So, 1792, this was a couple years into the revolution, actually 3 years into the revolution. So we often associate la guillotine with la Révolution Française. It was used and very widely used during the French Revolution, but it was the last couple of years of the revolution. Okay, and this is an English video that you can watch, Modern Marvels, about the guillotine, its invention, and its usage. In what year was the guillotine last used? And then in Guillotin's quote, you see the words vous ne souffrez point. I already told you point is the same as pas, so this is just saying it's negative. So if we use the context and also what I said earlier, in addition to some logic, what does souffrer mean? Donc voilà les liens, your links to answer those questions. TPR, on continue. This is the same stuff from yesterday. We'll be using it in our video cette semaine, our Flipgrid. Et dernière chose, last thing we have, la traduction pour cette semaine. And this is using la personne spéciale fictive that we came up with last week and wrote this write and discuss about. So if you've not yet copied it in your cahier, now's the time to do it, translate it, and get that assignment in using the links here. Okay, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Au revoir tout le monde.